For a heavyweight, his speed is just unbelievable.
Well, that's what I think Franklin said in the corner. I think the speed and the movement he couldn't keep up with.
Yeah, he realised I'm going to have to break him down.
Well, he looks like he's maturing a bit more. He looked bigger.
He looked bigger, but he's getting faster.
Well, Franklin came to fight, isn't it? So I think it was more of a contest, but I think it gave Itauma a chance to show how good he is.
But this guy is something special.
What do you think of his chances against Dubois?
Dubois would not stand a chance against Itauma. He's too busy.
Welcome back to BoxCast. In this episode, we're going to look at the recent fight between Moses Itauma and Jermaine Franklin, a heavyweight. That took place yesterday night. Heavyweight fight, the Co-op Arena in Manchester. First of all, Sam, can I start with congratulations? You predicted a 5th round KO for Moses Itauma. Twice, because we did 2 videos because it was delayed. Shall we break down the fight? Well, you did expect it. I think I expected 8th round. I expected to go a bit longer. But he was nearly there in the first couple of rounds. And then I think...
I thought it would go. He'd come out to steamroll him.
Yeah.
And this is what impressed me the most about him. He's straight after the first round, he went back to the corner. He went, "My pace is too high."
Yeah.
And I think he said in his post-fight interview, he was trying to get a first round knockout because a few friends had a bet on.
Well, I think the first or second round he was aiming because, and then the third round he slowed down a bit.
He realised I'm going to have to break him down.
Yeah.
I think because he caught him in the first round, it did wobble him.
Yeah. He caught him in the first, caught him in the second. Third is a bit more, Franklin got a little bit more used to it. So he started timing his a little bit more avoiding some of the punches.
His speed's just ridiculous, though.
Yeah.
For a heavyweight, his speed is just unbelievable.
Well, that's what I think Franklin said in the corner. Did you see? The thing is, what was it? Speed and I think the speed and the movement he couldn't keep up with.
He seems to be getting faster as well.
Well, he looks like he's maturing a bit more. He looked bigger.
He looked bigger, but he's getting faster.
Yeah, bigger and faster.
His footwork's really good. I love that in and out movement.
Mm-hmm.
That lean back jab he does.
Yeah. That caught Franklin quite a lot, especially first couple of rounds.
But a heavyweight shouldn't be doing a lean back jab.
Yeah.
They just shouldn't.
He doesn't look like a heavyweight boxer, if you know it, other than the size. But if you actually watch his boxing, it's more like a middleweight or something in it, around that level of speed.
His punch variation
and movement,
lovely. That right hook that he throws. The left hook that he throws, the uppercut's just unbelievable.
Well, you could see that Franklin was sort of prepared for the left hook, isn't it? But then he just took him with the right, and he wasn't really ready for that. And he throws it at like a weird angle, up, down, out and down. And that's the one he caught him on the side of the head and knocked him down first, isn't it?
Well,
it nearly knocked him down, then he knocked him down, and then,
Got a lot of Usyk traits.
Yeah.
He does a lot of feinting.
Mm-hmm.
No, he does. Usyk does his very subtly.
Yeah.
Itauma's is a lot more deliberate.
It needs a bit more polishing.
Well, no, I think he does it deliberately.
Yeah. Well, he gets the twitches out of the other fighter.
Because it just stops him throwing punches, because he's constantly going down to the body, coming up to the top, and then he feints with both hands, weirdly. And like I say, he does that deliberately. Got caught with a couple of shots.
Well, Franklin came to fight, isn't it? So it was more of a contest.
You're going to get caught in boxing.
Well, Franklin came to fight, isn't it? So I think it was more of a contest than what it is. But I think it gave Itauma a chance to show how good he is. Because that was definitely a step up from opponents he's had. And he just...
I mean, that uppercut he hits him with.
Fantastic. The referee was trying to jump in there, and he was just too slow because Itauma hit him with the right uppercut.
What I like with that uppercut was, though, it was pure instinct.
Yeah.
It wasn't a planned uppercut. It was, he's leaning on me, take a step back, throw the uppercut.
And didn't even overload it that much. It was just an instinctive punch.
And then followed it straight up with the right hand from the weirdest angle I've ever seen a right hand thrown at.
Yeah. Well, the referee was trying to jump in. I think you just seen him because you just seen Franklin's reaction, and it was the surprise, the punch you don't see, isn't it? And he definitely didn't see it. So
I mean, I haven't been jumping on the Moses Itauma bandwagon. I knew he's been good, and all the other heavyweights that have sparred him
have said,
"Wow,
yeah."
Problem we have in Britain is this: we've had Audley Harrison, David Price. You know, these are the next huge big stars, and when they take that little step up, they get sparkoed, and that's why I don't tend to jump on the bandwagon as much anymore. I'll just watch quietly,
naturally progress.
But this guy is something special.
Mm-hmm.
He is special.
Yeah.
He's 21 years of age.
Well, I think the good thing they've done here is they were trying to go for Mike Tyson's record, wasn't it? The youngest heavyweight, which I think was
stupid. Forget about that.
He can't do it anymore. But I think that's better for him because now he'll naturally progress.
He's 21 years of age. He has got 15 years in sport.
Yeah. At least 10, even if he wants to retire early.
15 years. As heavyweights, you don't really reach your peak until you're
maybe a bit
32 to 36.
Yeah.
Or in Usyk's case, is 35 to 40. He's 21.
So, yeah.
He's mature, though.
Yeah. Well, that's what he did, didn't he? He went for it for the first couple of rounds.
So and mature. And let's not forget, this was in front of the biggest crowd he's ever fought in front of. They're for him.
Yeah.
You know, he's always been on undercards. And I think he was a bit taken aback of how much support.
Well, I was concerned a bit at the beginning when he was like, and he was looking around and seeing, you think, is he going to get? But I think he's so focused. Yeah.
I think he had a little bit of nervous energy going, but you know, you expect that. Controlled it. But the guy's 21.
Mm.
He's still a puppy.
Well, I think that's what they need to take it through. Now they are saying a world title, but I think that's against. It depends who it is, isn't it? Because there's talk of the winner of.
He's not going to get a world
Wardley
title.
And Dubois, isn't it? Somewhere later in the year.
But
he's not going to fight Wardley because they're the
problem
same
he's got is Wardley.
Well, Wardley said he's not going to fight him.
He might get a world title shot, but it won't be till the back end of the year, and it'll be, I think, for a vacant title.
Well, that's what.
Usyk's going to get ordered to fight Ajit Kabayel.
Mm-hmm.
I know Usyk done his 3-fight list.
Well, he amended it, innit? And he said the fans are asking me to fight Ajit, so we'll see.
He gets ordered to fight Kabayel. If he doesn't do that fight, he's got to vacate.
Yeah.
The WBC gets vacated. Okay. After that, Usyk's then ordered. He's got to.
Well, he just go through the list. So
WBA have ordered his mandatory, so he's got to do his WBA mandatory. Who's his WBA mandatory?
Find it while you can.
Is it Moses Itauma by any chance?
Well, he's the number one on the. It's Gassiev and him, isn't it? Gassiev's the champion, and Muriak. It probably, if he has to vacate, it'd be Gassiev versus Itauma probably for the title.
So, I mean, I wouldn't worry about a world title yet.
Well, no, I think what I've forgotten his name. Frank Warren, that's the guy. Is promoted. What they said is he's going to try and get him in a fight in July, and then some point this year, which probably you're right, the back end of the year, depending on what happens, they're going to get a world title. I don't think he's going to get Usyk, which I think even Frank was saying.
He's not getting Usyk
unless he defends. But he doesn't need to. He doesn't want that smoke. Let Usyk go out the window, out there into the sunset. But there's, WBA. He said he's got to fight WBC, Ajit Kabayel. If he doesn't, then that becomes vacant. And then he's quite high up on that list because there's basically, there's a Coley in the way, isn't it? Ajit Kabayel is like the interim champion. A Coley, Joshua, and then Itauma. But I'm sure Itauma could get to the top of that. I think Frank Warren could make that work. I think Joshua really is only it's Fury, isn't it? Fight
Yeah.
that they're getting ready for. So
It'd be
Coley's the one,
interesting,
but it may be a
what,
fight against the Coley.
The interesting one would be is if Dubois beats.
Yeah, that's when they're saying it. Because Wardley basically came out and said, I'm not fighting him. They were the same camp.
Yeah, but if Dubois beats Wardley,
that's what they're suggesting.
would Frank Warren throw Dubois in with Itauma?
Well, I think that's on the cards. So,
I mean, I'd like to.
Because Itauma's the mandatory for WBO, isn't he? He's the number one.
Yeah, but they're fighting for the IBF. Aren't they? Is it the IBF they're fighting for?
No, WBO.
Oh, is it?
That's what Wardley's champion of. You confused me then, huh? Usyk's got all the others. There's WBO in it. So the WBC is the first one. WBO, it'd be WBA then IBF mandatory. Because IBF, there's no number one. Because Chisora's the number two, isn't it? I think we mentioned this last time. So it's Kabayel, Gassiev, and Itauma.
I mean,
after Wardley. So if Wardley loses, I think then Itauma's going to be thrown in. That's a fight.
The problem you've got is Itauma is that good. He might not get the fight, the big fight in the top 10. Because all these top 10s, they're all in good positions for. If Usyk retired tomorrow and all the belts get dropped, this top 10 are all in good positions to fight for vacant belts.
Yeah.
Are they going to risk that? I mean, but Itauma's up there. But I don't think they're going to risk it.
Wardley said he isn't going to because they're in the same camp. So let's take that.
Forget about Wardley. Forget about...
No, but if Dubois beats him,
Usyk,
then that fight I think is going to be made, Dubois and Itauma, if they can't get one of the others. Itauma said he actually wanted to fight Hrgovic, who's the number 2 in the WBO.
Yeah, but Hrgovic is fighting Dave Allen.
Yeah, he's already got a fight, so that's off the table. IBF I think is off because there's just other people in the way. He's way down the list of that. And I think the next one is WBC, where Agit Kabayel is the interim, Coley, then Joshua, then Itauma's in that list. So that one looks likely. If not, then the WBA, because if Usyk doesn't fight the mandatory, then vacate the belt, and that's the other one. So Itauma has got a route by the end of the year to get to a world title fight, at least a shot. I mean, boxing politics aside, either WBO, WBA, he should get an opportunity at, because he's the mandatory in both, or near enough the mandatory in both, number 1 contender. So I think if the WBO, if Dubois wins, because where does Dubois go if he wins? Who's the fight? Because he's not going to get another Usyk. It's a bit pointless, and Usyk's already sort of hinted at that. So the next fight is mandatory, isn't it, Itauma? Or a rematch against Wardley, depending on what happens. But
I don't know.
I think that's going to be a knockout, so I don't think a rematch.
I just think.
What do you think of his chances against Dubois? If Dubois beats Wardley,
Dubois would not stand a chance against Itauma. He's too busy.
Can we say that he's too good?
He's far too busy.
Well, I think Dubois gets hit too much, and Itauma's too good in defense.
No, Itauma's too quick.
Yeah,
he's far too quick for Dubois.
Well, he's a quick in and out, and he's quicker hands. And he's got the power as well that he's going to catch him.
I just don't like Dubois anymore. You know, I don't like him.
Really? Right?
Just don't like him. I just don't think they're nice people.
I'm not a fan, really. Well, I think we were sport Usyk against him, even though he was the British fighter.
I just don't think.
And there's quite a lot of people in the stadium who sport
even his sister.
Usyk above him.
I just don't think they're nice people. You know, maybe I'm completely wrong, but they come across in their interviews.
They don't come across well.
Not nice people at all.
Whereas Itauma does, Wardley does,
Usyk does,
yeah.
Fury.
Even Chisora.
He's a showman, but you know.
Well, no, Fury's extreme, isn't he? But he can do when he's actually being good. He's actually not that
Dubois
bad.
And his sister they just seem like really horrible, disrespectful people. But
did you see his reaction in the crowd? Wardley's was like, well, yeah. And you see him, he just sat there like. Or I understand that maybe because of the fight, but like still respect where it's due. Nobody else has been able to get Jermaine.
It's a shame that Hrgovic is fighting Dave Allen, because Hrgovic Moses Itauma would have been a really good fight.
Yeah.
It's not a shame because I like Dave Allen.
Well, I think he's earned his chance to have one of these big fights, but yeah.
I mean, I'd like to see him next face. Anderson?
Yeah, well, Jared Anderson's having a fight on, I think, the Wardley Dubois undercard. I think they've just made him a fight. So, yeah, if he wins that.
Yeah, but I just think it's a warm-up fight, isn't it?
Yeah. He has been out for quite a while, isn't it?
Yeah, so he could fight June, July when they want to get
Itauma out. Well, I think that's that's the thing. So that could be a good fight.
Say Anderson, Jagba.
Yeah.
One fight that would really, really interest me, and it would separate the men from the boys, is Jalalov.
Yeah. That'd be an interesting fight. Maybe a bit dangerous.
For
both of them, it's a bit dangerous.
Hey, but right, but you say that. Look at AJ Dillian White. They fought in their 14th fight against each other.
No, I'm not saying that. I want to see it. I think I agree with you.
Great fight.
9th of May, I think, is Wardley Dubois, isn't it? So he's on the undercard of that against Solomon Douglas.
And I'm going to.
So yeah, that'd be a good fight.
I think Moses Itauma is definitely. He's gone above Caballel in my eyes as the one to watch.
I'd make him equal to Caballel.
I just think he's the guy that can really.
Well, I think he still needs to go through. If he does like an Anderson and then one of these other guys, like a Dubois, then yeah, I think he's in it. He's at the top. I think Caballel's had some slightly.
But I said last time, he's got a good name on his record now. But I said last time, Torres Jr. is fighting Frank Sanchez.
Yeah.
Torres Jr. beats like a Frank Sanchez.
A fight.
Torres Jr. is right up there because he's got.
I think he's better than Jared Anderson, so a fight.
Yeah, then you'd say Torres Jr. got a better resume than Moses Itauma. This was my thing last time. I think he actually has.
Yeah.
If he beats
Frank Sanchez.
Yeah.
I think Itauma needs that as like. Maybe not his next fight, but in a couple fights, he needs to step up.
Torres Jr. is a nightmare as well because he's quick.
He's like quick and hard work. He's works equally hard as well. The pace is relentless. So,
would you throw Itauma in with Gassiev?
Well, I was going to say, if they get the world title fight, let me bring it back. Itauma and Gassiev would be a hell of a fight. But I think for Itauma, it's quite a big step up in quality. Do I think he can win? Yes. I think he can.
Go just quickly on Usyk. Usyk said he wouldn't want to fight him. Itauma gets another big win.
Well, if he gets the belt.
No, it's not even the belt.
Or like in contention, like
not
the
even
interim level.
He gets another big win. Itauma, Usyk becomes like Klitschko AJ.
Well, I think the thing for Usyk is you've got the first in the queue is Caballel. That's the one everybody wants to see.
Okay,
I think so.
I'm not saying next. I'm not saying next. I'm saying
no, but if he beats Caballel and Itauma beats, say, like a Gassiev or
that's what I'm saying.
Dubois, then I think.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, second fight away. Yeah,
not next.
After Caballel, I think
that's what you said.
the next in the queue.
Itauma's beat another big name.
He's next in the queue after Caballel.
No, but what Usyk could then think is, hold on a minute. We could actually fill out Wembley again.
Well, he's got a big enough name then, isn't he?
Yeah. And it could be another AJ Klitschko type moment. Because let's be honest, that would, for me, AJ Klitschko was like the pinnacle. It was like massive.
Well, that was a good fight, isn't it?
And it was the passing of the torch.
Well, that's what Usyk Itauma would be. If he gets past Caballel. Yeah. Because he's either Caballel or Itauma, I think, is the next.
What Moses Itauma has done is I wouldn't have put him in the hat against Usyk at all. He has one more big win, he's in that hat. And I think Usyk puts him in that hat as well.
Well, I think if he gets another big win, he's got the audience.
Usyk's one of them is, he plays down a lot of stuff, Usyk. Usyk, I think, likes to be known as the best. People start questioning that. He puts an answer on it. If in 12 months' time, people are saying, oh, well, Itauma is better than Usyk. He's going to take over, but obviously we'll never see that fight. I think Usyk will be going, want to bet? I'm 40 and I'll whoop him. But it's not in Usyk's nature to, do all the trash talking. But I think Usyk could be going, hold on a minute. This guy's getting this.
Don't push the stallions.
This guy's getting people are saying he's better than me.
Well, the only thing is, it's the timing, isn't it? It's a retirement because Itauma needs to go up a few levels this year in the next fights. But if he fights in July, which I'm glad to hear because we like our fighters to stay busy. I think if you get to July 1 and then there's room for another fight.
I mean, Usyk takes care of him at the minute. Takes
care
of him.
That's what I mean. He needs to get probably 2 fights, step up level because that was a really good performance against a step up. So it wasn't the first 2 round knockouts.
But if Usyk fights him in
but if Itauma takes out a Gassiev or a
if Itauma has a couple more
then
fights,
he's on that list. Then he's in the fight.
If Itauma has a couple more fights and then fights Usyk middle of next year, then Itauma beats Usyk, it doesn't really dent Usyk's legacy.
Yeah,
it's not a bad loss to have.
Well, it's a passing of the torch. It's like Klitschko's AJ never wrecked Klitschko's.
Usyk and Itauma fight now, and Itauma beats him.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
It's a little bit of a big of a dent. Hold on, you got beat by him the 14 of it. Itauma's had 16 to 18 fights and beat Usyk. It's not a big dent on Usyk then.
The number of fights, I think it's the step up in opposition. If he goes for a Torres Jr., Gassiev, some of these Hrgovic, then you're in that list because that's a top 10.
But we are talking about already Moses
because he hasn't
Itauma.
fought the top 10, has he? So he needs a step, and then I agree. Then it's because he's in that list, and he may even have a belt.
You could say that
if he gets a belt, it's definitely a fight.
We're talking about Moses Itauma fighting Usyk already. That's how good he is.
Yeah.
That's how good he is. But we'll say very quickly as well, I know the corner were kicking off on the referee.
For stopping the fight?
Apparently straight away, after they went back and watched it, they actually went, yeah, fair enough. It took 19 seconds for Franklin to get up off the canvas.
Yeah.
So we would have been counted
out.
Well, no,
once he got that uppercut, you could see, because he was just gone.
Oh, gone.
The right hand was the referee, like I said, was trying to get him before the right hand. No, that was the right decision. I mean, I don't, unless you have a different opinion, I think it was the correct stoppage. I was hoping to stop it before a little bit. As soon as I seen the right hand, I jump up to block the fight.
Forget you say, there was a bit of a...
Forget the referee.
I think once his team went back...
No, to be fair, he's tough, isn't it? And
he's tough, but his corner have gone back, watched it and said, sorry, yes, it was the right decision. Which I'm glad they've done that.
It was the correct decision. There's no arguing about that. That's... you don't want to get anybody to get hurt, and it's a bit of foolish bravery. It wasn't needed. It was
So there we go. Well done, Moses.
I mean, to be fair to him, he took some good shots, Franklin, and still stayed there. And his defense was quite good. He's a good wily boxer.
We knew that.
Yeah. It was just the uppercut was just out, like you said, an instinctive punch.
Yeah, we knew that,
and he completely didn't see it, which is they're the ones that hurt you. It is what it is. So I think he's in the list. I think Usyk's one really still is only Kabayel in that list. And then Itauma's, Itauma Hrgovic would have been a really good fight. I think that would have been a real measure. Maybe next, depending on what Hrgovic does. Although I think they're in May, so he can't do July, will he? So it'll be somebody else. But
well, Frank Warren's promised a top 10, hasn't he? Let's see if he delivers on that.
Yeah.
Let's see if he delivers.
I mean, hasn't Frank Warren nearly everybody in that list?
Anybody
who's so he can make quite a lot of good fights.
I don't think it will be a top 10, me personally. Prove me wrong, please, Frank. But I just don't see it being a top 10.
If it's outside the top 10, who do you think? So let me give you the top 10. All right, take Usyk out. There's Wardley, Kabayel, Dubois, Hrgovic, Zhang, But Coley, obviously Itauma, he can't fight himself. Jagba, Torres Jr. and Gasayev. So if you take all of them out, who's the one left? Well, the one you said, Jalalov, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got a feeling it might be someone like
A Coley?
No,
but I think a Coley's already got a planned fight.
Yeah, he's fighting. We've done a thing on him already. He's fighting.
Well, he's fighting in a Yoka, isn't it?
I've got like a horrible feeling it'll be someone like David Adelaide or someone like that.
Just trying to see through the list. Justice Huni, if he wins his next fight. Justice Huni's got a fight coming up if he wins. Because the thing is this, if he puts on a better performance than Wardley, because Wardley was basically unbeaten until he pulled out a punch.
I don't think it would be Justice Huni either. Like I say, let's see what Frank does. I just feel I think he's going to struggle with a top 10, finding a top 10. But we'll see. Let's see what Uncle Frank does.
Well, which one of them would you say is the likely?
Anderson
next. Well, yeah, we've said that. Anderson.
Yeah,
he's not a top 10, but yeah, he's the one outside the fight.
Yeah,
I think if Anderson gets through his fight, but it's in May, isn't it? So it's May, June, July. Unless he gets, but it's a warm up. So if he gets through relatively easy, yeah, it could be.
Possibly.
That's probably an easy fight to make. Is it a step up enough?
Yeah, it's a step up. Anderson's rated higher than Franklin.
Yeah.
Well,
Anderson's sort of fell down the list because he was thingied, and then although he's in the WBO at number 6.
Well, someone
so
like
he's only 3 behind him. Yeah, okay.
Michael Hunter, maybe.
Yeah. That wasn't what I was going to say. Zhang, do you think he's
be an interesting one?
A dangerous fight.
It's not. Itauma dances around him.
Yeah. I was just going to say the work rate of Itauma should be too much for Zhang. He'll just gas him out. He only needs to stay away from him for about 5 or 6 rounds and gas him out. His work rate would be too much.
It's going to be interesting to see who they throw him in with.
Well, do we know Zhang's not fighting anybody, is he?
That's what I mean.
I haven't heard.
He said it's going to be a big person, a big top 10.
A big person? Okay, Zhang fits that list.
Michael Hunter. I think Michael Hunter's ranked.
Well, I think July would be somebody just
Michael Hunter's ranked like number 3 with the WBA.
He's quite high in some of them, isn't he?
Let's just see. We're speculating, aren't we?
Yeah.
Frank will have a plan already. So
it's 12 in the WBA. He's in the list, isn't he? So he's just outside that. Yeah, I think it's somebody either just outside, or there who's been around there. And then if it's a top 10, there's a lot of good fights there. We'll see what happens. There may be some depending on results, isn't it?
But yeah, I'm excited for Itauma. Excited.
Yeah, there was a good mature performance. He went out quick and realised that they pulled him back in a bit and just ground him down. And yeah, the uppercut was...
Take him on the road as well. He has been on the road, but...
Well, the thing is, do you think they build up the audience now?
Yeah,
because that was a big step up in audience, and then unlike high headlining, isn't it?
Look like how they did with AJ. Go and take him down to O2. Up in Newcastle, Manchester, Sheffield. Go and visit them big cities with him. Get a crowd behind him, and you'd be filling out arenas in not arenas because he's already. He'd be filling out stadiums.
Well, I think 1 or 2 fights, that's what we're going to look at.
Because that's Frank Warren's great at matching people.
Yeah.
What Eddie Hearn was great at doing was taking AJ on the road, up and down the country, and building a fan base from the north to the south, east to the west. And that's what they need to do with Moses. Gutted we didn't go, actually. We should have gone.
Well,
he wouldn't give me the night off work, so I wasn't allowed. But no,
I thought I was going to be busy, but I was actually available.
Yeah, but I'd like to see that. dot him around the country, go and headline him in some of the cities in the country.
Well, to be fair, the
that'd
reason
great.
we didn't went is because I thought the undercard wouldn't be good, but there are actually quite a lot of good fights on the undercard, so it would have been a nice event to go to.
But yeah, no, I want to see him travel
We
around.
will.
Have him at the O2 next.
Yeah, I think that's
Then bring
the
him
next
back
step
up, bring him back up to Manchester, like you say.
Well, I think if they do the O2, then they can do one of these more reasonable sized stadiums, and then get to then probably after that a Tottenham or a Wembley. It depends who he fights in it. He could accelerate that. He may jump a bit up, isn't it? So
let's do it.
Yeah, cool. Congrats again on getting the 5th round right. Simon knows, you see. So
a friend of mine come in last night. Very quickly, he said, "I'm having a bet on the boxing. I've already put it on." I went, "What have you put on?" He went, "Moses Itauma to win, and Jermaine Franklin to throw to land 100 punches." And I went, "Throw that bet in the bin, mate." I said,
yeah. I'm not going to land 100
Franklin
punches.
won't throw 100 punches the whole fight. I think after the first round, Franklin had thrown 2 punches.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, landed 2 punches.
Compared to...
he went, "Well, what do you think's happened?" I said, it's going to be over mid-round, mate.
Oh, my compy box isn't loaded. I was going to load that and say it because, let's see if you got it.
So, yeah, his bet went down this morning. So come speak to me first.
We'll bring it up here. Yeah, in the first round, Itauma landed 23 of 64. Franklin landed 2 of 28.
2 punches.
Second round, he landed 6. Third round, he landed 4. Fourth round, that was the one where he had a decent round, was 10. And 5th round was 4. So he's landed a combined...
How many did he
26
throw
in 5 rounds. Huh?
And how many did he throw?
Well, go on.
Combined.
Let me get the number up. He landed 26 punches of 144, so 18%. And Itauma landed 87 of 275 for 32. So he's basically nearly double the percentage on, nearly 3 times, more than 3 times the punches. So yeah.
Well done, Moses. Congratulations. Get back out there soon.
You.
Definitely. You're making me excited.
Well, that was more like you needed a little step up in it, where he had to work a little bit. Because Franklin did catch him up with him in about the 3rd round, and 4th round he had a good round, and then work out a bit, and then he started defending against the punches. But then Itauma just stepped on it again and just it went back. His first 2 rounds he did come out if you got Itauma threw 127 punches in the first 2 rounds. And 60 and 60. Then he's calmed down. But here's the calming down. It went from 64 and 63 to 56 and 59. There's only 4 or 5 punches around, slowing down. To be fair, even Franklin threw enough 28, 36, 29, 35. That's not bad for that's decent for a heavyweight to be around 30 punches, like a normal heavyweight. And Itauma's doubling it, and then obviously he's way more accurate. But to be fair, Itauma's normally more accurate than that, so Franklin's done quite well. He's been around 30%. He's normally a bit 40. Anyway, yeah, so well done to him. It was a good fight. Enjoyed some of the undercard fights as well. It was quite interesting. There's a couple of shocks as well, I think, in there. But yeah, I think that's a good performance. We look forward to seeing what he does next. So like and subscribe to the channel. Let us know in the comments what you think. Who do you want to see him fighting next? Who do you think he will fight next? What are your thoughts of his performance? And follow us on Instagram at Genuine Fake Boxing. Follow us on TikTok at Genuine Fake Boxing. And we shall see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching and listening.